Oh, what is good, my Quick Crypto family and my Coin Factory family, and welcome back to probably one of the most important streams we have done in recent time. A very, very big stream indeed. A lot to cover in today's stream, although with full disclosure, it is a very, very late stream because I have been preoccupied all day, and in all honesty, I probably wasn't going to go live today, but I couldn't not go live considering what has just been confirmed. That is right. The 24-hour countdown is official, and we are now less than 9 hours away until the Mainnet ZK EVM smart contract launch. Fantastic. Very, 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 very big news indeed. This is a very, very big deal. And honestly, this is what we have been waiting for a very long time. Of course, it has been delayed numerous times, but it is finally coming, so we cannot complain. Of course, we'll find something to complain about, but we cannot complain. Now, as it's so late, it's currently 11 p.m. where I'm at, and I don't want to... Well, point being is this stream's going to probably be a bit of a short one. I might only make it half an hour long. There'll be and truth be told, there's at least an hour and a half, if not 2 hours worth of sources I can cover for today's stream. So what I'm going to probably do is cover the most critical pieces and important ones for today's stream for the first hour, or no, for the first half an hour. And then when we stream tomorrow, which would be at the usual time, then we'll get through everything else that we would have missed, as well as also seeing what has actually happened with Kaspa now that smart contract would have been live for, you know, a lot more as well. So yes, welcome back family. We've got a lot to get into today's stream. We have it here once more. We have Nayak, who was first to message. Welcome back, brother. You're doing very, very well. Stun Toma, welcome back, bro. Second after 7 miles, of course, as you know it. Wait, I want to be fourth. Well, you are just a little bit early. You were third, in fact, but Craig, welcome back, bro. Miles is third. Ha ha ha. Indeed. Miles is more than third. Yep, he is unfortunately late today. Well, actually, to be fair, I'm late. Although I did make announcements in my Discord server about when I'd be going live today because, well, as it stood, because I was so incredibly late, I knew that it would be unfair and people may even expect I wouldn't be going live today. So I thought I'd make an announcement about that. But yes, you're all here. Welcome back indeed. I should have sold all my Solana at 250. I mean, if you look at Solana right now, because Solana is currently at 196. So I mean, yes, selling it then would have been a lot better in hindsight. We have to wait and see what's happening right now. We can see the market right now is dropping, crashing, plummeting quite severely, which is, in all seriousness, I think a very, very good thing. And again, if you've been tuning into the stream for the past couple of days or so, you would have heard me say there's a very strong possibility that Bitcoin is going to come back down to 110k. And, you know, if it can hold that support, great. Otherwise, it's going to come back down probably to 107k, maybe even a little bit lower. And in fact, there's a post here from this individual, Bob, saying that we are now at 5 weeks later, Bitcoin is looking to print its weekly cycle low. But it's holding up okay right now. But in all seriousness, until Bitcoin breaks 118k, which I say 117, but similar price, until that's confirmed, the new cycle, the next leg up, is not happening just yet. So we still have more time. We have more downside, more bears. We had a very, very, very huge macro report today that I showcased to my VIPs, which the report, what came through today, is one of the most bullish signals we've had for Q4 yet. Confirming that Q4 2025 coming in the next few days, this whole next 3 months is going to be so very volatile. Again, provided we don't get any geopolitical uncertainties and whatnot, but things are looking extremely good right now. So we cannot complain about that. But of course, right now, the market is not. And actually, I think this is why the market's correcting today, because the print we had today regarding the macro report, which, again, if you want to find out more and find out the exact nature of why I'm so bullish about it, check out the VIP. You can join for free for 7 days, or equally for a lot longer. If you sign up for free for a month, should you sign up to BYDFI, no KYC, no VPN, a regulated exchange. You can find all that sort of stuff out down below in the description, or also on my free Discord server. Links are all on my homepage here as well and down in the description. But if you look at Forex Factory, to give a very, very, very short rundown, because again, it's mainly going to be a Casper stream today, we had multiple reports. They had the final GDP, unemployment claims, and also the final GDP price index as well. All three of those. This one actually came back in all seriousness, a little bit bearish, but in the grand scheme of things, actually very, very bullish. The reports were fantastic today, and signaled that Q4, it signaled that the Fed right now are now issuing rate cuts into what is seen to be a growing economy. So therefore, we're seeing weakening monetary policy. So start of QE, when the economy is starting to rally more so, which is great, great news. And that's why I think the markets are plummeting today, because people now are aware that Q4 should be very, very big. And therefore, with Q4 being so very big, they want to get ahead. They want to let things go down so they can buy those dips and then send it back up again. Bitcoin now at $109,359, down 3.51%. Ethereum's lost 4K, down to 3.9K basically. Kaspa, because it is following Bitcoin and Ethereum like everything else in the market, as we can see, Kaspa's down 3.80%. And honestly, I think Kaspa would be down a lot more right now if we didn't have the announcement for smart contracts. Kaspa right now is still holding between that zone of 7.2 to 8 cents. And again, this may change. It may come down a little bit further. Again, we have to wait and see. The timely announcement of this mainnet launch, I would argue, is actually, I mean, it's good because it should hopefully see a lot more. In fact, going to be very, very busy tomorrow, no doubt about that. And we even see here from Casper Silver, they now added tracking for Casplex's layer 2 transactions on the mainnet. Here, at the time of him posting that, which was about 10 hours ago, you had 500,000 transactions. Unique count. Look at this now. Almost 2 million. 2 million transactions happening right now. And that's not even the full mainnet launch. Now, of course, you'll see a lot of FOMO, probably a lot of transactions off the get-go, then probably you'll simmer that down. People, once they've had a look into it and see if they want to use it or not, if there are any bugs or not, we have to wait and see. But this is, again, proof of the adoption of Casper and a good indicator. And we're seeing, again, even the big wallets are starting to shuffle around capital a lot more as well, understandably, whether it be shuffling their wallets about or even just buying more. We can see Bybit, Mexi scooping a bit more, Uphold, has some big outflows earlier. People obviously buying ahead of this, and equally some shuffling around from other wallets as well, which is, again, good to see. So we're seeing Casper right now, the adoption, the transactional volume is starting to surge, understandably, because we are within 9 hours now. We are 8 hours, 52 minutes and 25 seconds away from the mainnet launch, which I can only hope, as I made a post literally just a second ago, I can only hope that it will be successful. I mean, we should be, in all honesty, we should be excited about this. We should be. Less than 24 hours remaining in the final 9 hours now. I pray for a smooth and successful launch, because the nature of these smart contracts will mean that Ethereum decentralized applications and tools will be able to seamlessly migrate and build on top of Casper, which therefore in theory means that everything you see happening on Arbitrum and on Base could come to Casper. And honestly, it should come to Casper. Why shouldn't it? Why shouldn't it? When you're looking at, where's the post? Looking at stuff like this, how quick. And that's showing every other chain besides Casper, by the way. Of course, Dr. Martin Heidberg highlighted that you should put Casper in there as well, because right now it's highlighting Sui is the fastest. Casper's faster than Sui. But again, when you know how fast Casper is, and the fact that also you should understand that, Ethereum's protocol is a derivative of the Ghost DAG protocol. That's what Polinsky and the DAG Lab people created and invented. Viv Zohar created and invented. Casper is a level up from that with the Rusty Casper as well. So we are in a very, very unique spot. So yeah, tangent aside, in hindsight, next level cash, yes, maybe you should have hedged, but or diversified. But again, it's up to you as you're an investor. I'm not so sure right now that Casper is going to explode in value, but at the same time, in saying that, who knows? Who knows? Because we have got some potential leaks or connections, if you will, between Binance and Casper. Once again, we'll get to that a little bit later on, though. We'll go through everything as informative and as structured and also as quickly as possible, because again, I don't want to be on this too long today. I'll give a much longer stream of more Q&A stuff tomorrow and get through everything that I've not covered in today's stream and more. Hopefully see a lot more big announcement regarding the actual launch and successful nature of Casplex in tomorrow's stream, which by tomorrow's stream would have been out for I think about 12 hours or so. So I have hopefully a lot to dissect by then. Welcome back, Rayleigh. You've been very, very well. Wait, you don't have a 10-minute long intro of AR music? No, I do not. Although at some point, I'm sure when my production quality improves, I'll probably end up putting a little bit of an intro in my streams, just so people are tuning in and whatnot, as opposed to just kind of just go straight live. Although it depends what people want to prefer. We'll see what happens in the future. Welcome back, Van. Bought some more Casper. Let's just hope Casplex doesn't fail us. I hope so as well. I hope so as well. I pray so. I'm optimistic, but I have to be. Late AF, I know, Crypto, I apologize, but better late than never, right? Damn, you woke me up. Sorry to hear that go super. Great to have you here, honestly. Great to have you here indeed. Well, not really. Yeah, not really. Still actually early, but yes, late at the same time. Welcome back, Wing Hong, bro. You're doing very, very well, brother. I'm up till 1 a.m. every night. Yeah, typically I'm up quite late as well. So, I'm in the UK, the American market, I know my average time zone. I think the time zone that watches me the most is probably on the Eastern. All I know is that people normally say it's like 5, 6 a.m. where they're at. Normally about 3, 4 p.m. where they're at when I'm normally going live. So it's normally about a 4 or 5 hour time difference. So I'm actually a little bit later for you all right now. I typically also go to bed a little bit late, 1, 2 a.m. But I've still got other stuff to do today. I haven't even eaten dinner right now. I've literally just been on my feet doing so many other bits and bobs and working, and still being active on my community, my free Discord server, despite all of that. And I've enjoyed today. It's been a great day, but I just hadn't had a break. So I just figured I'd get something out today. Short little half an hour, 40-minute stream, and then we'll make a big announcement about everything tomorrow. We're not mooning yet, Wing Hong, because Bitcoin is correcting, which I think is by design. Again, you think about what Raoul Pal said as well, the correction after struggling to break 117, 118k, you see the correction forcing a lot of longs to be liquidated. It comes down, which is the necessary pullback, so they can start seeing the restarting of longs and a massive run up until we break 117, 18k. We're not in the next leg of the cycle just yet. We may see Bitcoin even come back down to here, which is also very, very possible. Where it goes from there depends, but I still have the utmost faith and conviction that Bitcoin is going to return to there and surpass that. And when it does, everything's going to go absolutely crazy, including Kaspa. And Kaspa having smart contracts coming out right now is also, I'd argue, a very, very great time, because, if things go according to our plan and to our hope and our beliefs, knowing that stablecoins like Tether and Circle will be launching probably quite soon after the mainnet launch, Tier 1 listings also seemingly leaking and encroaching ever closer, then we could end up seeing a massive rally for Kaspa, and this is a dirt cheap value for it. I still wholeheartedly believe, not financial advice, that Kaspa can surpass at the very bare minimum. Again, not financial advice. I think Kaspa can surpass all-time highs, and I think that is very, very conservative. I think that's honestly outrageous to say, but I think Kaspa can surpass that. So that from right now is basically a 3x. And that's also taken, and then that's not, again, so many catalysts incoming. And we also, and I haven't even loaded it. I'm going to load this tomorrow. When I have more time. We have a much longer stream and answer more questions. I saw a clip from Raoul Pal earlier, which confirms something that I've been saying to my VIPs and to you all for a while now. Raoul Pal mentioned in a video recently that the current trends and data suggest that this market could extend to a 5-year cycle into mid-2026. And again, if you think about what I've been talking to you all for the last month now, or a few weeks, what I've been telling my VIPs from Signum Bank and other research documents, sources suggest with the acceleration of regulatory clarity and framework, the SEC has granted approval for the hashtag Nasdaq Crypto Index US ETF to operate under new generic listing standards. So the fund now allowed to hold assets beyond Bitcoin, ETH, including XRP, Solana, and XLM. That is a very big tool for increased adoption. The fact that you're seeing the increasing of liquidity, the M2 money supply continue to rally up higher and higher. Also, very bullish news, making all-time highs and still rallying right now. More regulatory advancements here. The White House is now considering former CFTC Commissioner Jill Summers and NCUA Chief Kyle Hopman for the role of CFTC Chair. And both are said to be very, very pro-crypto. So we're seeing that stuff. And equally, this is another big news regarding Swift as well, that again, I'll probably cover in a lot more detail tomorrow. But we're seeing all these developments coming through this quarter, all very pro-bullish crypto, which indicates, and cutting rates into a re-accelerating economy. Q4 is going to likely be extremely bullish. Again, not got a crystal ball, anything can happen, but from the looks of things should be very, very bullish, and then potentially extend the cycle, giving even more time for Casper to have its adoption to rally up higher, and to see more building on top of it. And then you've got IG Labs as well building. potentially Dagnite, depending on the exact nature and how long the cycle goes on for and how fast the developments are. We are, we are early and we are fortunate. Now, I'm going to get into more of the questions in a short moment, but again, not going to be long stream today. Let's hope smart contracts run okay, and does not, happen like last time. Yeah, I agree. If we see a repeat of what happened last time, there'll be a lot of selling. I'm personally not going to be too bothered because again, we have Equalabs, we have Project Sparkle, so we have other projects to fall back on, other initiatives, third parties building smart contracts to fall back on. But I mean, they've been saying Casplex time and time again, there are no issues whatsoever, which is actually what we're going to get into right now. So there is a post here, which, it's just highlighting Ori Newman here, highlighting, congratulations for the Casplex upcoming launch tomorrow. I want to share my 2 cents. Casplex didn't open source their project until the proposal or something similar is implemented. Any layer 1, layer 2 bridge will be centralized. These 2 points mean that when depositing funds into Casplex, you implicitly trust them not to lose/steal them. Do your risk assessment and decide according to that. And Capital replies here saying, on the open source point, Casplex will gradually open source the code. You are correct at this stage. Only a few components have been made publicly available and not the entire stack. This approach has been discussed and decided within the team. On the second point, I need to tag one for Johnny here basically. Casplex will definitely not act as a bad actor to steal any users' funds, as the main goal is to offer a working, viable product. Still trust me bro effectively right now, but all we could do if you're not so convinced right now is to stand back and wait and see. Obviously, I'm happy to hear that. But until that happens, any use of the Casplex layer 2 relies on the trust of the Casplex team. To be clear, I'm not criticizing your choices, but users should be aware of the trade-offs, and that's completely right. There's nothing bad about what's being said here, and it is true. It's completely true. So if you are worried about this right now, which you're entitled to be, because not everything's been open source, so not everybody knows what's going on right now, you're putting a lot of trust into Casplex right now. So you do as you will at your own risk, but still, it'll be interesting, and it's a level of trust and faith you've got to put into them. It's up to you if you want to do that or not. But again, we're within 9 hours now of the mainnet launch. And equally, we got these posts that also seem to be coincidental, if you will. Binance put 18, 19, 20, now straight to 26. Now, we spoke about this a while back, and it looks like nothing. And even then, it most likely is nothing. But also, is it just nothing? Is it just nothing? Because at the same time, Binance posted very, very recently, governance by smart contracts, what DAOs mean for trust and coordination. Read more. Now, I'll show this tomorrow in more detail, because I need to have my VPN on so I can actually load up Binance, because I'm not allowed in the UK. I'll show that tomorrow. But don't you think it's a coincidence that Kaspa smart contracts are within hours away now? And within such a short time frame of them being released, Binance launched a post regarding smart contracts and what DAOs mean for trust and coordination, something that Casper's also taken into strong consideration and taken seriously. It's a bit of a weird coincidence, and Binance is not the first time Binance has done this. And then we also coincide the fact that 26th, which is going to be tomorrow, when the launch of the smart contracts are coming out tomorrow on the 26th of September, which does coincide with that as well. And then we also had a discussion about this in my Discord server as well. Me and Cody were talking about it, where we were saying that the only reason why we can think, which again, it's not confirmation, but it's a logical thought process. Why would Casplex launch on the 31st of August or launch end of Q2, delay, 31st of August, delay, and then they say we have no issues whatsoever with the code, but now we're going to launch on 26th. Potentially, it could have been as an NDA with Binance to align with each other. Capital has given an interview time and time again saying developers and builders have worked very closely with them. We saw from Wolfie, where Wolfie confirmed with XXIM Ankit's podcast, that the team, the Casplex team, and even the core devs seemingly had been talking to the Binance team, and Binance have been asking them about testing and coding and whatnot continuously. So Binance are still very, very closely coordinating, connecting, and talking to Kaspa. And now you're seeing the Casplex mainnet launch, countdown imminent, coinciding with Binance making this post here, on the 16th of September, so that's about 10 days ago. And then also seeing this post coming out just hours before, or just hours after the announcement, just a few hours after the announcement the 24-hour countdown, and just then hours before the actual mainnet launch. Like, it is just weird coincidence. Again, it's not confirmation, this is speculation here. But my belief in Binance launching, until I see the official announcement, I'm not going to get ahead of myself, as you shouldn't either. Don't be emotional, be logical. It's just the logical thought process in our head from people in my community who are talking in the free Discord server. Again, you want to find out more, come learn more here. Chill chat and learn more about crypto and Casper in the community there. Link down below in the description and on my homepage here as well. We're just chatting all the time, trying to expand our knowledge. It's just a weird coincidence. Cryptoni with the $10 donation. Thank you very much for the generosity, my man. That would be too good to be true, brother. Don't get my hopes up. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. I'm highlighting the news. You know me, but I'm also trying to add a level of realism in this. It would be too good to be true. Just imagine the possibility, the timeline where Casplex Mainnet comes out, and at the same time Casplex Mainnet coming out, you see Binance launch almost imminently, if not at the exact same time. Now, with the market in the position it's in right now, I don't think you see a God candle because the market is dropping badly. But it will set the precedent perfectly for a stupid run-up when the market recovers, with Binance being launched. And in saying that, if Binance was to launch, I do think you still see a candle, because a lot of people who are fading Casper now because they're frustrated with the price, they still look at the project because they do have some belief in it still. Everyone who's left Casper is not because it's a bad project, it's because the price is bad. But they believed at one point, and probably still do believe in the project, so I'm sure they'll come back when the price is better. They're not buying the dips, they're just, following the candles, which people do, and it is what it is. But again, it's just for me, it's just trying to connect the dots. Weird coincidences with the countdown coinciding with the Korea blockchain week that they're going to be attending tomorrow, making sense. That countdown's coming through right now. They're going to showcase the Casplex, I'm sure, the mainnet at the Korea blockchain week. We're seeing more developers coming out, and Casplex are gradually open sourcing their product, which is good. It's good to see. We're seeing Binance, this post here, very, very speculative, and that alone, I'm kind of like nothing burger. When you combine it with this as well, it's a weird coincidence, talking about governance by smart contracts, making the post a few hours after the 24-hour countdown launch. Is just weird, right? I just thought it's something that, again, Binance, for me, maybe it will be tomorrow, it probably won't be, but the belief that Binance will launch Casper, for me, is a strong one. It's going to happen this cycle, and when it does, we will be massively rewarded. And we've also been hearing some speculative stuff once more regarding crypto.com. The fact that Johnny made an announcement about who will launch Casper next, crypto.com or HTX. So I think this is also imminent as well. We'll see listings for Casper, tier ones, and that will be a big catalyst as well. We don't need them. We never have needed them. But they will come, and that will make us a lot happier as well. Also, now just quickly moving on as well, talking about the recent round-robin crypto moon madness that's been happening recently. We spoke about it a little bit yesterday as well, and it's honestly unsurprising that Casper is doing so well, surpassing Cardano now in the final against Sui, as it should be, in our belief. But it's so funny because I did watch the little stream yesterday from Tim Warren, how dumbfounded they are that Casper has beaten out XRP, beaten out Chainlink, because a lot of them are very bullish on Chainlink, beating out Tau, but also beating out Cardano. But then look at this, right? Look at this. That's Sui H-bar right now. That's Sui H-bar right now. 2,500 views with 400 votes. Look at Casper Cardano. Where's the comparison? 178,000 views with almost 15,000 votes. Casper evidently has a lot stronger community, and that's the proof again, the difference between these other projects in the space that are all VC-backed, insiders, whatever it may be, who are pumping the price, and a purely organic project that is community funded, community driven, which gives it better longevity as well, because we believe in the project so strongly, so very strongly. And this was also something I thought was very, very funny. Life does come at you very, very fast. Jake Libby here made a post when the vote was ongoing. This is ridiculous. Who has ever even heard of Casper? Cardano family, let's crush this bot nonsense, repost and vote. And look where we're at. And he even comes back here saying, fair enough, Casper Shills, I am now a proud owner of a lot of it. He's now got into some Casper. I have been camping on my Hedera position for the longest time and down just a little, but I like what I see. Ada is still the king in my opinion, but Kaspa is pretty cool, and I now have a giant position. Thanks for the encouragement to spend time on this project. I like it the same as I like Cardano, and soon enough, he'll like it for reasons that Cardano can never match to. You know, Charles Hoskinson recognizes Kaspa. And if the founder of the project you believe in recognizes the superiority and the uniqueness and the expertise of the founders who made the project, like, why could you be bearish and hate Kaspa when the person who you probably held as like the next genius or the Satoshi Nakamoto of your project, he's also giving kudos to Kaspa, the Project Sparkle, not Project Sparkle, the Project Spectre, the Spectre and Phantom protocols for Kaspa. Charles said it himself here. But someone else here who was anti-Kaspa was just told about, lost to Kaspa. And you can see again these sort of 200,000 views. That's nuts. That's absolutely insane. That's probably and I haven't double checked as a fact check this, but I can imagine it's the most engagement Tim Warren's ever received on a post. Great stuff for him. I'm so happy for him. And I'm pretty sure a lot of the people involved said now that they've actually got a capital position, or they're now actually looking to get into one, because evidently the community is so very strong. And the question here is literally which altcoin is a better 10-year hold. In that regard, then, there is no doubt that it's Kaspa. In 10 years, Kaspa will have DAGnuts. It will have MEV Oracle. It will have MEV Resistance. It will have a DAO system, the governance of DAO stuff. It will have probably quantum resistance as well. It will have maybe even 100 BPS by then. Who knows? It will have smart contracts, native smart contracts, VPROGs. It will have Kaspa, in my belief, in 10 years could be a borderline fleshed out complete project. At that point, it will be interoperable with Ethereum, with Bitcoin, with Move, with Sui, with XRP probably as well, with every other major chain, with Solana as well. And if you want to go from that really, really quick while also being scalable, while also being secure and decentralized, you go Kaspa. True self-sovereignty is with Kaspa. Kaspa, I think, in 10 years will shake this space, there's no doubt. And that's why Kaspa beat out Cardano. So the next round of voting will happen now between Sui and Kaspa, and of course the individuals, the Tim Warrens and his band of friends, who, you know, his group of people, still believes that Sui is a better project than Kaspa, understandably. And even you got this here, which I showcased earlier, about Sui's block time is so much better than every other project seemingly. But if they put Kaspa there, Kaspa would blitz everything there. Blitz it. Unbelievably blitz it. It'd be insane. And Kaspa, again, is already set on world records. It's going to do another one, I believe. Crypto OD's banding the community together right now to do another day. In 3 days' time, he's going to try and band the community together to try and set another world record. It already did 3,500 TPS in a day. Sorry, not even in a day. Sorry, that's not even correct. It did 3,500 TPS, transaction per second. So we're now going to see if we can try and surpass that again. And we are still early. We've got this little extract here from Shy from his Bitcoin Takeover podcast with Vlad, the one that Son Plinsky also did a week beforehand, or a few weeks beforehand, which I'm going to showcase in a moment as well. But just talks about the success of GhostDAG and the truth about proof of work in relation to Kaspa and Bitcoin. So listen very closely here to this clip from Shy.
We need this. There are a lot of things that people think universal truths of proof of work, but they aren't. They are artifacts of Bitcoin's specific structure. Some of them are positive, like auditability. Some of them are negative, like the fact that you need the network to be congested for the fee market to activate. That's something that's not true for Kaspa, but people think it's just a universal truth of proof of work in general. If Kaspa disappeared tomorrow, still the success of GhostDAG in practice gave us empirical, tangible proof that a lot of the things we thought we know about Bitcoin and about proof of work in general are not necessarily true. And we need this paradigm change. There are a lot.
So simply put, Bitcoin, of course, being the godfather, the founder, the creation of crypto, the inception of crypto, you know, it has to be respected, of course. But Bitcoin, like anything as the first product, has limitations, and they're being shined. The spotlight is being shined on them right now. You're seeing the GhostDAG protocol and showcasing the limitation of Bitcoin, and Bitcoin maximalists and more individuals are starting to recognize that and starting to buy a big bag or a little bag, or just diversify a little bit into Kaspa. This is why, again, I believe the run up for Kaspa has such a strong chance of being explosive. Yes, it's had a very, very long, dreary, excruciatingly painful 1.5 year pullback. Although in saying that, it's down 60% right now. disastrous. Look at most other major proof of stakes. Probably down 70% right now. Cardano is down 70% at the very least. Some projects are unique in that aspect. Ethereum, XRP, Sui, they're not down as much. Hyperliquid is nearing all-time highs. Pumps, the same thing. You have some projects that do very, very well. Those are exceptions to the rule because they have VC backing and other elements to it. Casper's done this all organically. And when you're taking into consideration the smart contracts now coming out, finally giving it some real adoption and use case and utility, stablecoins coming on board soon enough. Tier 1 listens still to launch Casper. Ecolab to launch their smart contract as well. VPOS coming out maybe by the cycle peak, depending on when the cycle actually peaks out. Considering now you're seeing Bitcoin maximalists and other holders starting to recognize Casper for its technology, not for its price, because there's nothing to talk about the price for Casper anymore. Why talk about the price for Casper anymore? There's no point about it. It's down 60%. So people who are now getting into Casper now get into it because they see it as a very, very superior, unique technological fundamental innovation in crypto. And therefore they understand that this has a great possibility to do a massive, massive run from here. The very minimum return to all-time high probably, and therefore making you a 3x, 3x. But it could run a lot higher. That's the belief we have. I don't give my predictions, so I'm not going to tell how high I believe it can go, but I think all-time highs, surpassing that, is quite achievable. Very achievable even with Casper, in what's left of the cycle. Again, considering the fact that you maybe see Binance very, very soon, Crypto.com very, very soon, the fact that you're seeing, nodes starting to be turned online all around the world. Still not in Africa right now, but you're sure to see them coming through very, very soon. The fact that you're seeing merchants and businesses also building to a Casper right now as well. Proof of just, again, how early we are. We're talking about 30, 40 countries and growing. Building and offering Casper services from stores, cafes, coffee shops, restaurants, bars, services, online shops, and we are, again, early. This account has been talking about Casper for quite some time, truth be told. 1.3 mil followers could be a good sign, could not be. Could be correlated some way to the big tier 1 to drive FOMO and whatnot. 24,000 views, not too bad. Saying now they've now added Project Casper to their official crypto project repository, which is, as we'd expect. I think many projects will do the very similar thing. Many asset managers, market makers, they will do the very same thing in looking at adding Casper because it is just so unique. And all the big developments now, the recognition for Casper, this is recognition here. Not the first time, recognition is coming through more and more. That is absolutely insane. Still thinking about that, 200,000 views now. Smart contracts coming out in the next few hours. Seeing Casper being so insanely quick, more records being set soon. This is something that I'm going to probably showcase tomorrow. Because this is a very, very lovely article here from Casper Commons, therefore being Chad, which would take me a while to get through, but I'm already strapping for time right now. I apologize, I've been very, very quick today, but I just figured I want to give you all the impactful information about why we're so excited right now, what's about to come out. All this stuff here as well, potential Binance testing also in the works, as it has been for a while. Don't get your hopes up, don't be emotional, be logical, it will come. But it's a weird coincidence, and I'm very hopeful that we'll see the big catalyst come up for Casper in the near future. In this quarter, I'm sure. Now, in regards to the price for Casper, I've got through effectively everything right now. I'll go into more detail about everything in tomorrow's stream and equally some more sources, and we'll have a more lively discussion about it. But to basically summarize right now, Bitcoin's dumping, Ethereum's dumping by design because of the macro and economic trends. The trends, the reports we got today were actually very bullish. If you want to find out why, find out what, again, check out my VIP, wap.com/coinfactory. We have alpha institutional research documents, so everything we'll be talking about regarding extended cycle and institutional research and information and investments, everything else and more. We know what they're doing so we can get ahead of the retail market. We provide in there educational tutorials and videos, trade alerts, and much more, weekly live streams. Check it all out for a 7-day free trial or for a 1-month free trial if you sign to BYDFI. And check out the information in my free Discord server for that. Again, if you need any help with that, reach out to me on Discord and I'll help you out where I can. You can find out a lot more in there, and you'll see in there what I said to my VIPs about the Q4 momentum, the macro report being so incredibly bullish. And we actually spoke about the possibility, or at least I highlighted continuously the possibility that we'll see a pullback. The report was very good. We're seeing the pullback as by design. So now we can start inevitably, gradually, but surely seeing the reversal. We've got more rate cuts coming through. We're going to a reaccelerating economy. It may come down a bit more so in the next few days, maybe next week or so. It could be for the next 2 weeks. Going into mid-October, in my belief, that's the very latest, mid-October, we'll start seeing the next breakout come through. Real assets will run, Kaspa will start running, I'm sure, as well, provided we get no negative FUD, provided we don't get a failure of a launch of Casplex, which we only pray and hope, touch wood. I don't think it will be. I pray it won't be. I'm trying to put my faith in them, and that's all I can do. Wait on the sidelines and wait and see. Casper right now is down because it's following Bitcoin and Ethereum, not because it's a bad project, because not it would be down, in my belief, as much as Sui. And say right now, if it was not for the announcement of smart contracts, that's probably what's keeping the price for Casper up right now, to an extent. It may stay this way and may go down more, so we don't know yet. But it's following Ethereum and Bitcoin. It's going to soon, in my belief, and I say it a lot because I'm the optimist, but I do believe with what's about to come out, going to start running. If Casplex is successful, USDC launches the Casper very, very shortly, I'm sure. And then they even said, according to Johnny, they'll be making a native USDC on the Casplex thing if everything's successful. Look at the transactions happening right now. We're nearing 2 million. That's insane. What's not to be excited about? There's a lot. Well, there's enough. I get it. We'll find out very soon. Try to get some sleep tonight, as I'm now going to answer a few more questions and then wrap up today. Try to get some sleep tonight, but 8 hours is going to be a very, very big time. And regulatory developments, everything's looking very, very good as well. So honestly, tomorrow I might make a video as well. We'll have to wait and see. I've got a lot of videos for Kaspa to make right now, especially regarding tutorial stuff as well. Stream tomorrow is going to be very, very important. I'm sure it'll be very, very cool. How do I use smart contracts? I'll provide some form of information and tutorials in the coming days or weeks. So I'll give you some information and some hopefully some clarity about that soon enough, Wing Hong. This drop is pure market manipulation. Yeah. And it definitely is, because again, the macro reports were extremely good. This was the final GDP quarter on quarter for Q2. Last quarter, it was negative. This quarter, it was not just positive, it was massively positive, 0.5% more. So that means now the economy is growing, yet the markets are dumping? Because we think we're not going to get rate cuts anymore? Why? Why is it dumping? Because we're now cutting rates into a re-accelerating economy, things are going to start blowing up. And this will probably last a few months. I'm not talking to Q4. Again, not crystal ball, could be wrong, not financial advice, do your own research, but I think it will last into 2026. Q1, maybe even Q2. We'll have to wait and see. We've got ETF funds coming out soon enough as well. We have the Clarity Act coming out soon enough as well. We have this being a big factor as well. Again, you can find out a lot more on my free Discord server. We're tuning and chilling and chatting a lot more about that. Cody has some great insights as well. Everyone there is learning more on there, courtesy of those who are just trying to learn more anyway. So tune to the free Discord server, wop.com, not wop, sorry. Discord right here on my homepage, free server, no strings attached. As you want to level up your trading game even more so, then you check out the WOP. You've got free trials out of your ears. You can check out all that stuff there as well. Welcome, Valco. I know I will be very briefly going through the questions right now because I'm going to be wrapping up very, very shortly. Yeah, definitely though. I'm loving this dip right now. I think it's perfect. Dump some memes for Capital Beck. I mean, yeah, not a bad shout right now, honestly. What are your sell signals for or red flags to look out for in your portfolio? What are your sell signals or red flags to look out for in your portfolio? In regards to the market cycle, it will depend on certain indicators that I have been closely analyzing and institutional sentiment as well. That'll determine when the red flags are coming through and when I'll probably start selling. In regards to project specific, it depends. For Casper, for example, if Casplex was to fail this launch, touch wood, then I wouldn't be too bearish because I know I've got IGRA and Project Sparkle coming out later on. But I do expect a lot of people to sell, so I might either front run that and sell a little bit to then buy the dip, or I just hold and then buy the dip either way. I'll again, if you remember your question 13, if you remember your question and ask me tomorrow, I'll give you a much longer and detailed answer about that as well. Yeah, I also think so as well. I mean, we've currently seen multiple times that Casper has come down, but reversed as well. I think we are nearing the floor price for Casper right now. We're seeing FUD nearing all-time highs. Funds going to start coming in though, and we'll see the price hopefully rally as well. Hopefully rally very, very soon. And I've missed a hell of a lot of questions. I do apologize, family, but I'll get to all of them as I can do tomorrow. If you ask me again, I'll get them tomorrow, no doubt about it. Mr. Mars, of course, shooting it once more. Hopefully stream tomorrow. I will stream tomorrow, don't worry about it, and it'll be at the usual time, more or less. But yeah, hopefully we'll also have information then by that point as well about any potential bugs or anything with Casper as well. So we will have more information, which is great. Good to have you here as well, Greza. Everyone else who tuned in, and definitely hit that like button. We're at 35 likes. If we can make 50 in the next minute or so, that'd be fantastic as well. That's a lie, Mr. Miles. There's a free one and there's a paid one. But I know you're joking either way, but don't tarnish it. Yeah, I know. Those who are unaware, check out the free Discord server, right? If you choose to, check out the free Discord server. You can see it right here. What you should do is you go to the Casper channel in the free Discord server, and then in the top, my cursor goes off screen right now, but in the top right, just above it, you'll see pinned messages. You click that, and Cryptony, shout out to you. Press jump to it. The Plan K Endgame series here. If you've got some spare 3-4 hours, you should dedicate the time to watch this. That lets you know where we're at right now, the fourth turning, and ultimately the mission, the shift Casper's about to make in this financial landscape. So that's, if you want to find out what crypto are talking about, and again be more informed about the general financial economy, and also why we believe Casper so much is going to do incredible things. Casper channel in my free Discord server. Go to the pinned comments, jump to this post here from Cryptony, and you'll get to see all the videos he's referring to. Watch that, and then when you come to the stream and tune into the community more so, connect more, and then even more so if you decide to want to connect to and tune in and level up your game with the VIP group, you'll be so much more locked in and leveled up and knowledgeable in regards to why we are not panicking. You know, why my conviction in crypto and Casper remains so strong based on the alpha information and the trades and stuff we do in there. We have learnt a lot more in there. I know those who are part of it, particularly Tony and Joking, have been very, very pleased with it. So you want to find out more, again, by all means, all information is below in the description, and also all available in the free server. Everything is available in the free server, so you can check it all out there. And it very much is. Which therefore means with us going to a re-accelerated economy, Casper's about to blow up with it as well, which is fantastic. Hopefully it will. Hopefully everything's going to start blowing very, very soon. Right now we're not seeing too much movement, but yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, we're seeing that right now. That's TBDAI just coming back to the works again, but I don't know what that's about, truth be told. But yeah, we'll see all of these start to move if, and not even if, for me, my personal belief, when Casper starts moving and gets the listings, these will move with it as well and probably get their own listings. We're in a very, very tough wave, yeah. Or in the trough of the wave, yeah, I agree. But it's about to blow everybody's night, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. But yeah, definitely leave a like as well. Has Binance seen something? In a sense, yes. I mentioned it in a stream earlier. I'll come back to it in more detail tomorrow. I might make a video on it as well. Also, making this post here a few hours after this announcement and hours before the actual launch of Casplex. Talking about governance by smart contract, what DAOs mean for trust and coordination is a weird coincidence. And then the launch of Casplex happened on the same day as Binance saying this 10 days ago. Again, it's weird coincidence. It's not the first time Binance have done that regarding, you know, for example, the blockchain trilemma post they made, or the blockchain with the clock time post they made, or even the crescendo post they made. You know, we've had a lot of weird leaks to Casper. But yes, that being said though, family, I did not personally. I know Greg to take some screenshots of him doing stuff as well, but I mean, yeah, it was insane. Oh yeah, I try to do so much as I can do. I try to do as much as I can do. Yes, that being said, family, I probably have missed some questions, and I do apologize for that. Everyone who tuned in and, you know, chatted, contributed, or even just watched from the distance and just hopefully learned a lot. I'm glad you're all here. I'm thankful you're all here. Thank you for being here once more, tuning in, learning more. We are a family. Hopefully we'll see our conviction come to fruition and the price rally soon enough. My conviction in Casper is strong, has been for a while, but the countdown is here. So hopefully this will be very, very good. If I missed any of your names or questions, I apologize. I'll get to any questions you have. You ask them again tomorrow. I'll get to them tomorrow. Tomorrow will probably be a longer stream than usual because we had a lot to cover anyways, and there's going to be a lot more to cover tomorrow, I'm sure. So have a great day, good evening, good night, family. And I will see you all in the next one. Don't be emotional, logical. Try and get some sleep. 8 hours until Casper will have made history. once again, and hopefully it'll be a very beautiful thing to witness.